So welcome back. Today we are going to learn about some new methods like a max, which will give us the biggest number, and also I will show you how to use arrays and how to make some simple operations with it. So let's start. At first I want to show for you a function, so let's define a function. It will be like function1. We can give a name like that. You can give it any name. So let's give us x and y like that, and after we are printing, as we are remember that everything is in Python is a string by default, so we need to convert anything that we are doing here, we need to convert it to string. So here we have our method max, and after we are giving our x and y, and after that actually we have here we can make a variable like a c as well, and I want to make like power of c, so this means like x power of c, and we have here our y, so we are comparing these two variables actually. Okay, so let's call our function as a moment and let's see what happens. Let's give any numbers, it can be like that, and after we are calling executing our program, so Python, and let's check. So here we can see it's 16 because we have 4 to the power of 2, and we have here like a 5, so the 4 to the power of 2 will be bigger, so this is the reason why we have here like a 16. So what next? Next I want to show you just another method, how to do the same, just a different way. So let's define our function. It will be maximum, let's call it like that, and after we can give here like two parameters like a or b, we can do this like that, and after we are writing our if statement, and we can give here like instructions like that. So if a is bigger than b, and we need to give here two dots as well, because the rules in Python like that. So return our a in lowercase, or else return, let's return the second variable, and at the moment we can actually declare two numbers as well. So what I want to do here, I want to give these numbers from the keyboard, so it will be like our inputs from the keyboard. So let's write it like that, and I want to make a data type like a float, because I want to do this with a floating point, to give a numbers with a dot. So let's do this input, and let's write like input number 1. Let's give a space as well. No, we can do like that, maybe this will be good, and the second number as well, so float. After we have here input, and after we can give here like this quotes, single quotes. Here we have double quotes, here we have single quotes, and in this case there are no difference between this and this. So let's write input number 2, and let's do the same. So after that we can call our function maximum, so let's call it, let's put here like a number 1 and number 2. In this case actually there are no difference between this or this is the same, because it just gives us the bigger number, so we can do this like that as well. So actually we need to print it, because otherwise we won't get a result as well. So let's print it, our method print, and at the moment if we execute our program we get a syntax error. This is because we need to give here like double dots, and let's check now. Here we have our number 1, so it will be like 15.56, and for example the second number it will be like 15 and 56 and 7, like that. So here we have our bigger number, so it is like a 55, 6, 7. So okay, so what next? Next I want to show you today arrays. So let's write an array. So to declare an array, just write a name, so it can be like a numbers, for example, and after we need to give here like a square brackets. In square brackets we are describing this, and after we can put here many numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, for example. What next? Next we can define our variable I. We will use a while loop here, and after I will show you a for loop. So this is the reason why we need this I over here. So let's start. So at first I want to find actually a length of this array. So to find the length we need to write any name of a variable, so it's like that, length, and after we have in Python our method len, inbuilt method len. So here we can write like that numbers, and it will give us the length of this. But actually if we will output this length, yeah, let's try, we will get actually a number which is correct actually. But if we want to use it in our while loop, as we remember that in every programming language we are calculating from 0. So this is actually will be our element 0, this is our element 1, and this is our element 2. This is like by indexes. This is element 3 and this is element 4. So actually we have 4 elements over here, and this is how this programming language see this. This is how the programs look on this. So what we can make here, we can make something like that as an example, or we can in this case we will get like a 4 like we want to get, and after we can write a while loop, and we can write like I is less than or equals to our length, yeah. We can print our array. So let's do this like this. So array from I, and we can make something like that as well. So this is our array. So after that, if we compile this at the moment, we will get our result. So let's check. So here we can see that here we have our 4 because we are printing here the length, but we don't need to do this. So let's see it. Actually here we have our 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes, so this is our array. So it is going to length, but actually what we can do here is actually the same output we will get in this case if we just get rid of this one and make it like that. So in this case it is the same, just we done this in different methods. So what else I want to show you today is actually a for loop. So here we have our for loop, and in Python we have here one interesting thing. Actually we can make something like a variable. So let's get rid of this, and in range and 5, so like that, and after we can print our a. So let's check what happens now. So in this case we can see that here we have our variable a, and it is in a range of 5. So what this means? It means actually that we have our variable which is starting from 0, and actually we ending our calculation when the index reaches the 5, because we have here range 5. So this is our number, this is our symbol 1, this is our symbol 2, this is 3. Actually these are indexes, this is because we have 5 numbers over here. So this is actually like inbuilt function which we can use as well. So what else? Actually we can make like that. We can make from 10 to 101, and we can make here like 2. What will happen in this case? In this case we are starting our calculation from 10, and we are calculating until 101, but we are adding each time the loop goes, we are adding 2. So first element will be like, let's check it. First element will be like 10, after we get 12, after 14, and so on. So let's check. So here we can see 10, 12, 14 and so on. So what we get here? We get all numbers which are divisible by 2 in this case. So what next? Actually for this video I think it will be enough, and see you in the next video. Have a nice day.